Woo, yo, what's going on, y'all? I was thinking about doing this video for a minute. The title is not clickbait or nothing like that. It's actually what I did. I fasted for 9 whole days. I learned a lot. I had to unlearn even more. It's not as hard as you would think, but I mean, I guess I got to give a lot of context for this. But continuing on the YouTube series that I do, Gyms and Gaming. So, start off talking now, but we're going to game while we talk about this. Yes, I use controller on PC. I don't care. I know that's probably crazy, especially considering I play Overwatch, but I don't care. We're going to do Fallout today when I talk about this. I think it's appropriate, right? Because in like an apocalyptic world, you're probably not eating that much. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my journey, man. Let's get it. Who said you can't use gaming to encourage people? Who said you can't use gaming to teach people the ways? Not me. Welcome to the new episode of Gyms and Gaming. Get ready as we log in to share some life wisdom and put you on game. Let's get it. I know for a fact I'm at bass because I can hear the music. Let me make sure. Can you hear the music on Look at Kate all in my face. Let's turn the music up in the game. Make sure we can hear it. Alright, so I mean, typically the biggest question that I get when I tell people that I fasted is like, how could you do it? How is that possible for 9 days? Like, I don't know if I could do it. That's what a lot of people say. That's what they say, but just keeping it real with you, after doing it, I can go ahead and tell you that it is far more possible than you think. So in order to start my fast, I remember back in 2021, maybe 2020, I started doing this thing called Water Wednesdays, which is like, I made this account for it. It's probably hard to see with the reflection on the TV, but every Wednesday I would water a plant. And that was just my day to like remind myself, all right, make sure I'm watering plants. Then I had to ask myself, like, we're doing a lot to invest in the growth of our house plants, but how come we don't put a lot of, all right, first off, I don't remember how to play. Oh. All right. I'm here now. Should probably remember how to play first. Back up now. Listen, bro, I fasted for 9 days. I had to ask myself, like, what are we doing to grow, like, ourselves, our own body, our own minds, our own spirits? A lot of people don't really look at the growth of themselves as much as they look at the growth of other things. Like, I know a lot of people that care more about the health of animals, the health of their houseplants, more than they care about their own health. So I just had to ask myself one day, how come we don't do any of this type of development for ourselves? So I should probably not be in this water. This is probably not smart. But speaking of Water Wednesdays, how come we're not taking any time to do growth and development for ourselves every week like I would do for a houseplant? So on that Water Wednesday, I would fast until 6 p.m. The first time I did it, oh, it was torture. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I can make it the whole like, what is it, 18 hours of the day, right? Am I doing that math right? I was like, man, I do not know if I can do it. So after the first day and I did it, I felt really good about it. So I told myself, okay, let's keep making this happen. Brotherhood seniors. Let's keep making this happen. Since I did it the first day, let's do it again next Wednesday. So what I do is eventually I would make these type of Instagram reels just to kind of tell the story. At first I did it just my Instagram stories, and I had people that liked it. They thought it was really clever. I never told them I was fasting every Wednesday, but they thought, oh, that's cool for your house plants. So I just kept doing it since 2021 or 2020, one of those years. Then eventually, one day randomly, I was just like, I wonder if I could do 24 hours. I remember my wife was out of town, and I told myself, I'm about to just try it. Let's just do 24 hours. And I remember that day, I was so focused on like working, playing video games, literally anything else besides eating, because I didn't think I was gonna make it. I wanted to quit well before midnight. I went from like midnight to midnight. I wanted to quit well before midnight, even though I did up till 6 p.m. a lot. I was like, nah, I don't know if I can make it. But then when I finally did it, I ate a piece of chocolate at night. This is the craziest thing to eat after you fast, but I ate a piece of chocolate. And it was so delicious, bro. I could taste the butter. I could taste the ingredients. I thought it was just like the best piece of chocolate I ever had. Fast forward, I kept doing every Wednesday, kept doing Wednesday. And, I told my wife, like, I think I want to do 7 days, just randomly. She's like, really? You want to do 7? She's like, all right, what are you going to need to get through the 7 days? I said, I have no idea since I never tried it before, but, if you support me, I'll make it happen. So I started I started the fast, try to go to 7 days. I only made it to like 4.5 before, really like 5.5 before I quit. But I did make it to 5.5. And I learned a lot from doing it. First off, it's really about the mind. Like, it's really about your mentality. Once you tell yourself you're going to do something and you do it, and you put your mind to it and you actually execute on it, you then realize, like, bro, I can almost achieve damn near anything. I quit my job and started a business. That's a little bit more risky than fasting for 5 days for the first part. So the only thing is, doing that 5-day fast, when I quit, I got some real bad news, and I kind of blame myself for it, even though there's no correlation. I blamed myself for the news that I got. So then I told myself, you know what? All right, I probably shouldn't go in the ocean to get to that place, but we're going to do it anyway. Since I blamed myself, I said, I got to commit, man. I just got to go ahead and do 7 days. So eventually that's what I did. I did my 7 days. And then I enjoyed it so much, it kind of became like a hobby for me, kind of like an activity. Just randomly I would get the urge to just fast, so I went from 7 days to 1 day to 5 to then 7. Then I did it once more. I did 3 days, and then the last day I just came off was 9 days. So I fasted for 9 whole days. I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all might not believe that y'all are capable of like fasting, because that's something like a lot of people tell me. Oh my god, bro. This is terrifying. That's something that a lot of people like tell me, like, oh, I couldn't do it. I'm like, bro, yes you can. There are 2 types of people in this world: those that say I can't, and those that say I can. And they're both right. I know y'all heard that before, because the internet, big bro, back up. I got a shotgun. You can tell I haven't played it. Back up. Man, can you imagine an apocalypse? Like, the hardest thing in your day is fighting these type of giant bugs. Look, I done attracted probably 1,000 different type of enemies. Just shooting some bugs, but it's all good. How do I open my menu? There we go. So trust me, if you feel like, oh man, I couldn't do it, man, that's crazy. Nah, bro, You're a lot stronger than you think. Trust me. If I can do it, trust me when I tell me. Trust me when I tell you, you can do it for sure. So, the second question that I get is, you didn't eat at all? What you would think, that's like, duh, I said I'm fasting for 9 days. Of course I didn't eat. But, you know, a lot of people do intermittent fasting where they don't. Kind of like my Water Wednesday, where I just won't eat in the beginning of the day, then I'll eventually start eating. You know, at the afternoon after I worked out, after I did some work. No, I didn't eat at all within those 9 days. Like, not at all. And I don't know if this is like traditional how people fast, but something that got me through it was electrolytes. I don't know if I know the company Limit, LMNT. But I don't know what happened up there. That was crazy. But Limit has electrolytes, you know, giving your water, basically giving the nutrients that I needed to not be like so low. Because when I would fast a lot, my energy is like super low. Like the only thing I'm focused on is just getting what I need to get done. The only thing I'm trying to do when I'm on electrolytes is work out, or video game, honestly.
Hi.
Like anything besides that, like, bro, I'm not, I can't do it. So the electrolytes will kind of just get my energy up to the point where, hold on, let me get through this real quick.
Time here.
In that case, well, we're always happy to have guests here at Warwick Homestead. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why set up a farm?
Not really, bro. I had a mission to come help y'all.
And there's that Smith. But that's the thing. See, this used to be sewage. The most fertile soil.
See, you put your mind to something, you're like, yeah, it's not that big a deal.
No wonder your crops are doing so well.
So, we're literally standing on a huge pile of shite. Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah, they really are. I have to admit, I feel lucky to even be having this conversation. We fell on some hard times not long ago. Used to be the minute.
All right.
So we were
All right.
no mention.
So basically,
Those days are over.
they need our help.
I'll take care
So
of
let's
those
get to it.
things.
Good.
So we got some super meetings. That's probably not gonna be too far from this place. In fact, we might have seen them fighting in the distance. No, they don't look to be in the direction we were at. But yeah, let's go to the factory, take out these mutants real quick. So I would drink electrolyte water. Regular water, honestly, is my go-to. That's probably like 90% of what I drink. I would drink in the morning because I always drink coffee. I would drink like hot water with lemons. That was really like a huge go-to for me. Hot water with lemons. It didn't really replace coffee, but it was something that just kind of gave me the feel of a nice hot beverage in the morning. And it was kind of like a reward too. You know, every morning drinking hot, something hot. Just kind of like I made it through the day, basically. Another question I would get is like, weren't you starving? Like, weren't you starving? You know, another question you would think is pretty normal. You know, like when you're fasting, of course, that is something that you would go through. But I'm gonna be real with you. After a while, you're not as hungry. I know that sounds crazy. Like, that sounds ridiculous. Like, obviously, you must be hungry. But I don't think you're, like, from what I'm told, your organs are, you know, first off, your stomach is eating excess fat, which I have a lot of. And caution, your stomach is eating a lot of excess fat, and your organs are starting to like be at max capacity because it doesn't have anything else distracting it or delaying it from being 100% optimal. So I honestly felt good. You know, you would get like hungry in spurts, but after a while, you wouldn't be that hungry anymore. Like, it's just like real random spurts where I would get super hungry, and then I drink some water and it just goes away. Like the first time I did 7 days was terrible. Obviously, I quit. Second time I did 7 days, it felt rewarding to eat afterwards. But then, like day 9, like this last time, it was just like I just wanted to eat only because like I know how good food is. But it wasn't like I absolutely needed to eat or I would die. I didn't feel that way at all. So was I hungry? Yeah, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I have to eat or I'm going to die. No, it didn't feel like that at all. Another question, mostly like, okay, when I finished my fast, what did I eat? So you have to like reteach your body, get acclimated to not reteach, but let your body get reacclimated to eating or digesting, I would say. So I would have like crackers and broth when I first started to like eat again. Eat some crackers and broth. It's not like the most rewarding meal. Like you want to be real. You want to take your time with it. You don't want to just eat anything at first. Oh no. Because if you eat something like that, you might just explode. You know, you might explode. Just like, bro. So I would just eat crackers and broth. Eventually, me and my wife went to botanical gardens with our daughter. And that's when I had like real food for the first time. We had a nice meal. How far am I? No, I'm back at the... That's crazy. I'm back at the farm. That is insane. This is how it felt when I was fasting for 5 days and I told myself 7 and then I quit. And then I had to start all over. It's insane, bro. Farming didn't have to do me like that. From one mind, too. I mean, I just fought ghouls and Spider-Man bugs. And all it took was one mind in my whole career. It's crazy. So yeah, like eating again felt good, but the most rewarding thing is actually getting through the fast and knowing that you can make it. Yeah. Let's just skip through this.
No wonder your crops
It'd be
are doing
nice
so
if
well.
the next time I fast again, I could just skip through. Usually the first day is always the hardest.
I know it's a lot to ask.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
I'll take care of those super mutants.
Good.
Usually the first day is the hardest. Like, if you can get through the first day on the fast and you wake up, tomorrow's here, and you realize that, oh, I did it, you can do it again. Trust me. I know it sounds like there's no way, or what are the benefits? Well, there are beautiful videos that describes just how your body is refreshing and recleansing itself. Oh, another question that I get was my thought on food afterwards. I used to like eat just because of the luxury of eating, so it really didn't matter what I was eating. Obviously, I had to take care of my body as much as possible. I am in my 30s and I still like playing ball. I do ultimate frisbee, which is actually pretty entertaining. You should try it out. I still like being athletic, but obviously the older you get, the more you have to take care of yourself. So I would be cautious about my diet, but after fasting, I just see food for kind of what it is, like just the nutrients of food. Like it basically reset my palate. Hey, my bad. Oh, where am I next to? I basically like it reset my palate. Like things that I would never try before. I was like, no. Things that I would never try before, I started trying. You gotta be joking. Do I have a laser yet? Why? Like, why? You know, like I remember I went to this taco joint, and they had a pretty cool menu. They had a pretty cool menu. They had a it was called a gringo taco, which is an American taco. I know us American are kind of uncultured, so we think gringo is white man only. No, that's not the case. I went to Costa Rica and they called me a gringo, so and they think it's all of us, bro. Trust me. So I'm trying like their gringo taco or whatever, and then I also saw like cauliflower taco on the menu, and I was like, yeah, let's try it. So I tried the cauliflower taco, and I would never have ordered that before in the past, but it was really good. I just had a different like mentality about food, I guess. Like when you don't eat, you know, you'll be like, I'll try it. Shoot, I went 9 days without eating. I'll try whatever. Like you really appreciate, and you gotta think about all the people that starves, that fast, and it's not like an option for them. Like they're not trying to fast because, you know, they want to feel better about themselves physically, mentally, and spiritually. They ain't got no choice. So for me, it was like just refreshing to kind of have a new perspective on life. And you know, I live in America, and we have a lot of things in abundance here, and we don't really. Sometimes we kind of take it for granted. Like we eat every day. Not everybody, but I did in my lifetime until I started fasting. That was the last time. That was the first time in my life where I actually was not eating every single day. Even though I had the ability to, I wasn't. So, you know, gave me a good perspective on food, a healthier relationship on food. Yeah, I didn't even make it to where we need to go, and I feel like I'm almost done telling the full story. There are probably like other questions. Like I guess if people like ask me questions, it's easier for me to answer. I remember I was talking to my uncle-in-law. He told me I should talk about this more because it's not really something that's common. Oh wait, guys, we made it. Oh, we made it. All right, let's take them out. Let's take them out. We just took out I think one of them has like a bomb. I think. Yeah, they kind of deep. No diddy. Yeah. They don't have any guns though. Yo, he just hit her with a hammer. She was done for. Yeah, they definitely got guns. Come on, big dog. Come on, big dog. Come on, big dog. No, sir. Yeah, they definitely got guns. He has like a sentry gun or something. Not a sentry gun. What's it called? A Gatling gun. Man. I'm still learning the controls, as y'all can see. But I know there's somebody right in front of me. Yeah. I'll talk to you, big dog. So yeah, it was something else I was thinking about with fasting that I thought was just like really informative for me. I would say like if it's something that you're interested in doing, definitely check it out. Like people do it for health reasons, people do it for spiritual reasons. Bro, who? You know, I feel like I ain't gonna hold you. I definitely felt like it was like I felt like my body was telling me like I needed it. I was drinking a lot, more than usual, I would say. So I definitely felt like, oh yeah, it's definitely time for me Man, this man got some help, man. So, you know, if you feel like it's your time and you want to try it out, definitely do it. You can do it. You'd be surprised, I think, at yourself. You definitely would surprise yourself at how capable you really are. I definitely did, and I did it quite a few times. And 9 out of 10, I'll do it again. So, you know, if you're interested, try it out. Oh, you just gonna stay in there, Big Mac? You know, if you're interested, definitely do it. I know you can. It's not as hard as you think, but it is equally as
Thanks. I needed
rewarding.
that. Over here.
That was mad glitchy. But it is rewarding. Extremely rewarding. Just because you're more capable than you think. So, you know, we cleared out the thing. I was about to give up, and then we made it towards the end. That's exactly how it is faster, though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, you think, like, oh man, I don't know if I can make it, or that seems kind of impossible. Like, it's a lot more possible than you would imagine. So I just say, if it's something that you're interested in, try it out, man. It's definitely refreshing. I feel a lot better, and I know a lot of people that never really heard of the concept, but probably a little bit more curious too at their own capabilities. But like I said, if I can do it, you definitely can too. But look, man, I'm trying to be more consistent in doing gyms and gaming. I'm finally back making videos. My cousin called me. It's like, bro, when you gonna make content, bro? What you doing? He said, I know you going through it, because my daughter is young. He's like, I know you going through it, man. You ain't posting in a minute. But look, man, we back. And we just cleared a new farm with Fallout. I'm gonna try new games. Try to be as active as possible, man. And tell a little bit more real stories. I got some good stuff going on in my business coming soon, man. So we're gonna talk about that. But y'all take it easy. God bless.
How are you feeling?
I'm glad to have the chance to return the favor. After all the help you gave me. Just let me know if there's anything else you need.